Now the word teach in verse 19 is from the word matheteo, M-A-T-H-E-T-E-U-O, matheteo. It means to make student or to make a disciple. Go and make students or go and make disciples. That's what we call the Great Commission, or the mandate that God gave to the church, to make a disciple or to make students. So he says, go to make disciples of all men. Then in verse 20, he now tells you how the disciples will be made, teaching them. Now that word teaching in verse 20 is from the word didasko, D-I-D-A-S-K-O, didasko. It means to cause to learn. Go and cause them to learn. Make disciples by causing them to learn whatsoever I have commanded you. Now the word observe, teaching them to observe, is from the word tereo, T-E-R-E-O, tereo. It means to watch. It means to keep one's eyes upon. Teaching them to observe, teaching them to watch, teaching them to keep their eyes upon. So having taught them, Jesus instructed his disciples to turn and go and make students of all nations, to cause them to learn of the things he had taught them, which is the explanation of the scriptures. To go and cause them to learn the things he has taught them. Now what did Jesus teach the disciples? The explanation of the scriptures. Remember, beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. Then opened their understanding that they might understand the scriptures. Then he now sent them to go and teach the same things he has taught them, to teach the same things, to emphasize the same emphasis, to communicate the same instructions, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. So he gave them a syllabus, he gave them a curriculum of what they were going to go in making students out of, or what they were going to use to make the students with. Now pay attention. That word, which is the explanation, is the word didache. Didache. This is the doctrine of Christ. The doctrine of Christ. That's the emphasis of the church. The doctrine of Christ. And that doctrine of Christ is the revelation of the scriptures. The doctrine of Christ is the revelation of the scriptures. Please don't miss that. The doctrine of Christ is the revelation of the scriptures. From the inception of the church gatherings in Acts chapter 2, the apostles began to make disciples of all men. And at this point, they began to make disciples of all men, beginning at Jerusalem. In fact, look at what Jesus said to them in Luke 24, verse 45, 46, and 47.
Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures.
Next verse.
And said unto them, Thus it is written, and thus it behoved Christ to suffer, and to rise from the dead the third day.
Now, having explained that to them, what is the next verse?
And that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name among all nations, beginning at Jerusalem.
And that repentance and remission of sins, which is what he has taught them from the scriptures, should be preached unto all nations, beginning at Jerusalem. In Acts chapter 2 verse 42, look at how the disciples complied with the instructions.
And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, and in breaking of bread and in prayer.
Pay attention to the term apostles' doctrine, because that is actually the meat of the church. They continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine. It was used because they were the ones teaching. The apostles were the ones teaching. That's why it is called the apostles' doctrine, the apostles' mode of explanation. The word doctrine, there is the word didache. The apostles' mode of explanation, which was what they got from the Christ doctrine. So the didache of the apostles was the didache of Christ. The didache, the mode of explaining the scriptures of the apostles, was the same mode of explaining the scriptures of Christ. And Jesus gave them the authority to teach. He says, all authority is given unto you. Now I give that authority to you. Go and teach. The authority to teach scriptures. The authority to teach the Christ doctrine.